how's your jig head minnow game? Introducing Ducket Fishing's Sway Minnow System. Not just a bait, an entire fishing system. Perfectly balanced jig heads in several fish catching sizes, matched up with the most realistic looking winged minnow baits that you've ever seen. With multiple size baits and jig head weights, you'll be able to figure out the perfect presentation. Check out the Ducket Fishing Sway Minnow System by going to ducketfishing.com. You know that the Bass to Anglers podcast is always the first to call out tournament organizations when they screw up. No information rule, ridiculousness, 3-hour-long weigh-ins, using a failed technology, the truth verification tests, to determine DQs, the list goes on. We've called out the organizations when they've misbehaved. Well, it's only fair that we congratulate organizations when they get something right. So here goes. All three of the major players in the tournament world have gone somewhat different directions when it comes to forward-facing sonar and its challenges this season. The NPFL, they simply banned the technology altogether. Yeah, I don't know how creative that is. They just simply banned the technology altogether. BASS installed a screen limit of 55 inches and just a single transducer. And Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour limited forward-facing sonar to just one of their 3 fishing periods each tournament day. Last week, Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour finished up its season in Michigan at Saginaw Bay on Lake Huron, one of the Great Lakes. Jacob Wheeler won the event, his 10th Bass Pro Tour win, and with that sewed up his 4th Angler of the Year title. Absolutely amazing. The Saginaw Bay event is the Bass Pro Tour's equivalent of the Northern Swing, which is what we've become accustomed to in recent years with all the professional tournament organizations. BASS, Major League Fishing, they have a northern swing in the hot summer months because the fishing in the north is better than other parts of the country during those brutal summer months. By the way, the sick part of me has always wanted to see a pro event at Southern California's Lake Paris on the 4th of July. I'd love to see those pros deal with the mayhem that takes place out there. Yeah, that's why the major tours swing north during the summer. They want to catch fish. The northern swing has always meant 2 things: smallmouth bass fishing, and in more recent years, forward-facing sonar. Maybe not the best viewing combination for fans who like to watch streamed events. Like any Great Lakes bass tournament in the summer, the offshore smallmouth fishing was going to be in play at the Saginaw Bay event last week. However, this is why Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour's forward-facing sonar rule is the best response to the technology's controversial history. I was watching Jacob Wheeler's practice blog. I'm a YouTube junkie. I got to admit it. I watch a lot of this stuff. But anyways, I was watching Jacob Wheeler's practice blog, and Wheeler said something that I found to be really, really interesting. After his first day of practice, Wheeler said, "While there are good smallmouth out there, I don't think I can catch them good without forward-facing sonar." The implication being there that he was going to only be able to use forward-facing sonar for 1 period, which means 2 of the 3 periods he wasn't going to be able to get on those fish, and he felt like he really needed the technology to catch those fish well. As we know, Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour forces anglers to choose which of their 3 periods they use their forward-facing sonar, and as Wheeler stated, without forward-facing sonar in those 2 periods, he didn't feel like he could catch them. So he spent his second day of practice up shallow looking for largemouth. The impact of Major League Fishing's forward-facing sonar rule on that Saginaw Bay event was that it forced anglers to target fish in shallow water, and the shootout on Championship Sunday was one for the books. Ultimately, Wheeler held off Todd Fairclough and Edwin Evers, but the event came down to the last minutes of the final day, and it all came on shallow water power fishing. So, congratulations to Major League Fishing for selecting a forward-facing sonar policy that allows the technology but forces anglers to rely on all their talents when it comes to winning time. Camus Boats, from the mind of Earl Bentz. Excellence, tradition, and service, all part of the Camus advantage. On the water perfection. This is your next boat. Build your next boat at camusboats.com. I'm Keith Neiswanger. This is the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you'd like to reach us, please send us a direct message on Instagram at Bass Tour Anglers Podcast. Take care. Be safe. We'll talk to you next time.